I'll never forget the sound of that hospital monitor beeping. Slow, steady. One moment, he was on his way home from work. The next, I got a phone call that felt like the world collapsed in my chest. Your brother's been in an accident. It doesn't look good. I remember sprinting through those sterile white hallways, my heart pounding like it was trying to outrun time itself. When I saw him, tubes, machines, bruises. He didn't even look like himself. The doctor said he might not make it through the night. And that's when I felt something I'd never felt before. Complete hopelessness. You know that kind of pain where even breathing feels heavy? Where you start wondering what's the point of anything at all? Yeah, that's where I was. That night, sitting in that hospital room, I stared at my brother's motionless hand and whispered, "Please don't give up." But I think I was really talking to myself. Because hope, real hope, isn't loud. It doesn't come with fireworks or a pep talk. It's a whisper that says, "Try again tomorrow." For weeks, nothing changed. Every day was the same routine. Work, hospital, sleep, if you could call it that. I was exhausted, mentally and emotionally drained. I started questioning everything. Why him? Why us? Where's the fairness in this? One night, a nurse noticed me slumped in the hallway. She sat next to me and said something that I still hold on to. Hope doesn't mean you expect everything to go back to normal. It means you believe something good can still come from this. That sentence cracked something open inside me. I started to notice small things. Josh's hand twitching, his heartbeat stabilizing, the tiniest flicker of progress. And that's lesson number 1. Hope isn't blind optimism. It's choosing to see the light, even when your eyes are full of tears. Every time I saw the smallest sign, I spoke to him. "You're fighting, man. I see you." It became my ritual, and even though he couldn't respond, I kept talking, because I knew he could hear me. That's lesson number 2. Never stop speaking life into the people and dreams you care about. Words carry energy. Sometimes they're the only thing keeping the spark alive. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, painfully, Josh started to recover. The first time he opened his eyes, I swear, it felt like sunrise after the longest night of my life. And in that moment, I realized how powerful hope really is. It doesn't just save the person in the bed, it saves the one holding their hand too. But not every story has a perfect ending. His recovery was brutal. Therapy, setbacks, tears. Some days, I saw him want to give up. And that's when I'd remind him of lesson number 3. Progress isn't always visible, but it's always happening. Healing, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, isn't a straight line. It's a heartbeat. Up, down, pause, repeat. One day, months later, Josh looked at me during one of his therapy sessions and said, "You know, Mike, when I was out, I could feel you. I could feel your hope." That hit me like a wave, because I finally understood. Hope isn't something we hold alone. It's something we give. Fast forward to today. Josh walks, works, and laughs again. Not the same as before, but in some ways, stronger. And me? I carry that lesson everywhere I go, because life still throws its storms, still tests you, still breaks you open. But now I know you can lose everything and still not lose hope. Here's what I learned, and maybe it's what you need to hear today. Hope is a muscle. You build it every time you refuse to give up. Hope lives in the small wins, the texts that go answered, the smile after tears, the one more try. Hope grows in community. Don't isolate yourself. Talk to people. Let them remind you of your strength when you forget it. If life feels dark right now, I get it. But even in the darkest night, the stars are still there. You might not see them yet, but they're shining, waiting for the clouds to clear. When I feel lost, I remind myself of this quote: "The night is darkest just before the dawn." And it's true, because dawn always comes. So, if you're walking through your own darkness, financial struggle, heartbreak, depression, remember this: hope doesn't promise an easy road. It promises that the journey is worth it. Maybe you're not ready to believe everything will be okay yet. That's fine. Just believe that you'll keep going until it is. And if you need something to anchor you, read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It taught me that even in suffering, we can find purpose. And that purpose is what keeps hope alive. Today, when I see the sunrise, I think of Josh. I think of that hospital room. And I whisper the same words I said that night: "Please don't give up." Only now I'm saying it to you. Because whatever you're facing right now, it's not the end. It's just your dark chapter. The light's coming. Hold on. And when it does, don't forget to shine that same light for someone else. Because hope never dies, it multiplies. If this story touched you, hit that like button, drop a comment sharing what hope means to you, and subscribe for more real stories about finding light in the darkness. Someone out there needs your reminder today. Stay strong, keep the faith. The dawn's closer than you think.